Hello, grade 7. Good day, everyone. So, still, I am your teacher, Ina, your subject teacher for this subject, mathematics. Okay, so we are now sa tuang week 11, sa tuang quarter 2, or sa second grading. So, our lesson for this week is chapter 2 sa inyong libro class, lesson 2.1. This is all about measurements. So, I know nga familiar na kayo ang measurements sa inyo ha, kay since kinder ga start na taog measure or sa atong everyday living ga measure ta permi. So for our objectives in this lesson class, you will be able to illustrate what it means to measure. Number 2, describe the development of measurement from the primitive to the present international system of units. And number 3, identify and use the following prefixes in the metric system. So we have kilo, deka, deci, centi, and milli. Okay? So, muna atong dapat ma-learn after ani nga discussion. During the ancient times, an Egyptian carpenter never misplaces his ruler. So, nganong dili man niya ma-misplace ang ruler class? Because it was attached to his body. So, ang iyahang mga body or body parts, mao iyahang gigamit pag measure. So, mao iyang gihimo nga ruler. Pwede ba na? Pwede. So, here are the some units. Units. Okay, so sa first is ang atuang span. So, unsa nang span class? Mo na siya ang kaning is the distance from the tip of the little finger to the tip of the thumb of an outstretched hand. So, ibikangkang na inyong kamot class. So, ang distance gikan sa inyong thumb paingon sa inyong little finger mo na gitawag nga span. Sabtan? Very good. Next is ang atuang palm. Okay? So, a palm is the distance across the base of the four fingers that form the palm. Okay? So, kaning four ninyo ka fingers class, just like sa figure inyong makita, muna siya ang palm. Next is ang digit. A digit is the thickness or width of the index finger. So, kaning indiri sa inyong index finger class mo na gitawag nga digit. Okay? Next is ang foot. A foot is the length of a foot. So, kana inyong tiil kung unsa nakatas mo na inyong 1 foot. You know, so I believe kita tanan na ikamot na itiil. So, pwede ninyo na ma-measure. Dili necessary nga magamit yun mo og ruler. So, kung walay ruler, pwede ra mo mag-measure using your body parts. Next is ang cubit. So, a cubit is the distance from the tip of the middle finger out of the outstretched hand to the front of the elbow. So, gikan sa tumoy sa inyong middle finger hangtod dira sa elbow, mo na gitawag nga 1 cubic. Okay. Next is ang pace. A pace is the distance of the one full step. Okay, so kung muli kang mo kaisa class, kana isang tawag na is 1 pace. Okay? So, nasabtan ba ninyo unsay gigamit sa unang mga tawo sa pag-measure katong wa pa sila mga ruler, ang ilahang ilahang body parts. Okay? Okay, so here are the metric prefixes. So we have the prefix and also the symbol, and then ang iyahang mathematical representation, and then the equivalent. Okay, so the prefix exa has an example of a symbol of letter E. So it is equal to 10 to the power of 18 or equivalent to quintillion. Next is peta or iyang symbol kay P, 10 to the power of 15. So it is quadrillion. Next is tera with a symbol big letter T. So it is equal to 10 to the power of 12, or it is equivalent to 1 trillion. Okay? Next is giga. So we have big letter G. or it is equal to 10 to the power of 9 or billion. Next is mega or big letter M, or it is equal to 10 to the power of 6. Okay, so it is equivalent to 1 million. Okay, so we have kilo. So, kilo, kani bitos la dari class, kilo, hekto, deka, desi, senti, ug meli. These are the common metrics nga atong ginagamit sa tuang mga measurement. So, mo ni ang atoang usual nga ginagamit. So, we have the kilo or ang symbol niya kay small letter K or with 10 to the power of 3 or 1,000. Another is hecto. So, unsa man ang hecto? With the symbol of small letter H. So, we have 10 to the power of 2 or 100. Okay? So, we have deca or ang iyang symbol class kay DA. It is equal to 10. So, yung equivalent kay equal to 10. Dire, 10 to the power of 1. So, dili na ka siya necessary nga isulat si exponent nga 1. Kay all numbers is understood to have a exponent of 1. Next is deci or letter D, small letter D. So, we have 10 to the power of negative 1 or 10th. So, kung mo na galitag negative, kung mo na tag negative na yung exponent class, it means nga gamay na siya nga number or gamay na siya nga measurement kay negative naman iyahang exponent. Okay? So, next is centi. We have small letter C or 10 to the power of negative 2 or it is equal to 100th. Next is milli or M, small letter M. We have 10 to the power of negative 3 or 1,000. Next is micro. Okay? So we have symbol mu. So ang pagbasa ni class is mu. So we have 10 to the power of negative 6 or it is equal to millionth. Next is nano. We have symbol small letter N. So we have 10 to the power of negative 9 or billionth. So, kung manatag nano, so for example, ang atong SIM card is nanocat. So, kung manatag nanocat, 10 to the power of negative 9 na siya ka cat sa kanang whole. Okay? Next is pico. We have small letter P. 10 to the power of negative 12 or trillionth. Next is femto. Ano man ang femto class? Or we have the small letter F. It is equal to 10 to the power of negative 15. Okay? Or it is equivalent to quadrillionth. Next is ato. Or we have small letter A. 10 to the power of negative 18. Or it is equal to quintillionth. Sabtan? Nakasabtan na ba class? Okay, zip2 or small letter Z, 10 to the power of negative 21 or it is equal to 6 trillion. Next is yokto or small letter Y. We have 10 to the power of negative 24 or it is equivalent to septillionth. Okay, so these are the metric prefixes in mathematics. Okay, so but the commonly used class sa ato ang measurement is kilo, hekto, deka, desi, senti og milli. So mao lang ni siya usually nga ato ang ginagamit. Okay, nasabtan ba? Very good. Okay, so for your activity, this will serve as your performance task in second grading. So, it is all about body measurement. You are going to measure your body, okay? So, use a tape measure. So, kailan mo tape measure grade 7? So, I believe kailan na kayo, no? Kay naani sa inyuhang TLE sa elementary mo. So, this is an example of tape measure. Magamit mo tape measure class para i-measure ang different parts of your body. So naa dari nakabutang dari so unsa nga parts inyong body ang i-measure. Write your measurement or your answer in nearest millimeter and centimeter. Okay? So, when we say, number one is around your rest. So, sa lang rest class is kana inyuhang kinumo or inyuhang kamao or kanang inyong belling i-fold inyuhang kamot. So, inyuhan na siyang i-measure. So, unsa man yang measurement to the nearest millimeter. So, example lang class ha, millimeter. So, when we say millimeter, for example lang ha, for example, kanang 100, okay, dako, for example, 100 millimeter. So, pila man na siya kung mag-ato ka sa nearest centimeter. Pila ka centimeter ang naa sa 100 millimeter. Pila man class? It is equal to 10. So, hingana. Gets ninyo? Gets. Okay. Next is around the base of your thumb. So, kaninyuhang thumb, i-measure po na ninyo. So, for example na pod is, for example, 10 millimeter. Example lang ha, 10 millimeter. So, kung ang 10 millimeter, himuon ni muna siya centimeter, mahimo na siya 1 centimeter. Sabot? Nga na. Okay? Around your neck. So, sa inyuhang liog, inyuha pong i-measure. Around your waist, sa inyuhang diri, waist ninyo. Around your head, inyong ulo. Around your fist. And then, from your nose to your knee. Number 8, from your left ear to right ear. Sa inyuhang dunggan class, diri ipaagi sa ulo. Diri ipatungtong sa ulo, patabok diri sa pikas tunggan, ganyan. And then, the widest, you can stretch your both arms. So, kanang mag-hand sideward mo, kana i-measure po na ninyo. And then, the widest smile you can make. Okay? So, i-measure po ninyo inyong smile. Okay, dili plain na stick na smile ha. The widest smile you can make. So, ganyan. Okay, so i-measure na ninyo class. Isulat inyong measurement to millimeters ang unit. And then, i-convert din ninyo into centimeters. Okay, so, I believe nga dili gyud mo parehas kadaka og lawas so walay magkaparehas og answer ani. Kasabot, bawal ang mangupya ani nga activity kay lahi biya mogsukod. Okay, here are the instructions in doing your performance task class. So first is you are going to take a photo in doing the activity. So mag-picture gyud mo class for documentation pamatuod nga gabuhat mo na nga activity kay basin gapataka lang mo dira og sulat-sulat sa inyuhang measurement. Ikaduha is i-print ninyo na sa long bond paper. So, 'di ba 10 ka body parts ang ipa-measure and then 5 photos each band paper. So, igua lang ninyo nga ang 5 ka pictures maigo sa isa ka band paper. Another is kanang isulat ninyo nag band paper. Ang kato, di ba? Body measurement, tapos katong around your wrist, ana, o katong nearest millimeter, nearest centimeter, isulat na ninyo sa band paper class. So, kumbaga, tulo na ka long band paper ang inyong ipasa. First is kato inyong answer. Second and third is ang inyong documentation nga gahimo mo. Okay, bond paper ang sulatan ha, bond paper ang ansiran, and then, yes, ganyan. Okay, next is, ipasa ninyo na karong November 8, 2021. If you have questions, clarifications, pwede mo manawag sa kuan 0967-2174-222. Again, this is your teacher Ina saying God bless everyone and happy answering.